I hate my freaking laptop's video quality. It's terrible. I'm sorry. I apologize. I should have had my ring light in here so it's a little bit brighter. Um, I don't really got a super fancy office, but it's cool. It's fine. We all here. I'm so excited to chat with you guys. Super, super, super excited. I'm going to give you guys a minute to hop on because I know that the lives lag just a little bit. But while you are hopping on, I would love to know where you guys are from. I love seeing where everybody's from. I know you guys are mostly on the East Coast, it sounds like. Hi, Dane. Is it Dana? Dana. Dana. I'm really bad at pronouncing names, too. Fun fact. Let me know where you guys are from. It sounds like, hi, Megan. Sounds like you guys are on the East Coast, which is actually, fun fact, that's where majority of my team is at. A majority of my team is on the East or the Southeast coast. I have a couple people in the West and the Midwest, but most of them reside in Pennsylvania. My bestest friend ever lives in White Oak. I don't know if you know where that's at. I don't really know the towns of Pennsylvania, but my best friend ever lives in White Oak, Pennsylvania. She's a director under me too. Hi, Brittany. Ashland, Ohio. Ooh, we have a lot of, I feel like, look at lots of Pennsylvania. Ohio, Pennsylvania, Michigan. Nice. I have my sister-in-law and brother-in-law live in Grand Rapids, Michigan. That's actually where I just did the world tour, too. Dana, did you by any chance go to world tour in Grand Rapids? Do you remember me speaking there? I totally spoke and dragged my husband up on stage at the Grand Rapids, Michigan, right before COVID happened. Huh, what a completely different lifestyle that was, or lifetime ago that was. Ohio, oh my God, look at all of us, Ohio. Oh, hi! Hey, were you actually at Grand Rapids too? Ohio, oh my gosh, all of the Ohio. Pennsylvania, Michigan. Hi, Allison, we met you at World Tour! Yay! Cool! Some of you already know me. This is really exciting. Oh my gosh. What a small world. Yeah, that is so cool. I love it. Okay, you joined in October. Well, welcome. That's exciting and new. That's so exciting that some of you have already listened to me talk before. Allison is here. She was there too. We had a blast. Yay! That is, what a small world. Isn't it such a small world? Oh my God. I can't even. So this is actually what I do on my Wednesday nights, you guys. A couple months ago, I was like, I really need to start talking to people again. I miss training people. I mean, obviously, we haven't been able to do a whole lot of that because of COVID, like the in-person stuff. And I had so much fun at Grand Rapids that I was like, I'm going to start dedicating my Wednesday nights to talking to other people's team pages. So I'm so excited that you got to, and you guys, that was like the first time I ever talked in front of a group of people. It's so much different when you're talking to like a laptop. But like in front of her, I wonder, now I want to know what breakout you guys watched me in, because I slowly got warmed up as I went on. Like the first one, I was so nervous. And then like the second one and the third one, and by the fourth one, it was like freaking a breeze. Oh, congratulations. Look at all these new people. You inspired our small but mighty team in March, and you should see the growth. That makes me so happy. So happy. I'm so glad. And you guys are doing it in a pandemic, that's even more impressive. Which is kind of what I'm here to talk about. I am going to tell you a little bit about my story, which if you did hear me talk at Grand Rapids, I can't even remember what I talked about at Grand Rapids, you guys. Okay, so you saw me when I was warmed up. Yay. That's exciting. Yeah, the first one was good, but the later the day got on, the better they got, the more entertaining they got. But I can't remember if I only had 30 minutes to talk at Grand Rapids, which for me is like, puts a lot of pressure on me because I don't like having a time frame on things, because I like talking about my Scentsy journey. So I don't know if I got to talk about that. Whiskey! I know. I've been cutting back on the whiskey though, because ever since the pandemic hit, you guys, I started hitting that bottle a little too hard. But anywho, I don't think I got to actually tell my story at Grand Rapids because I was so limited to such a small amount of time. I really think it was only 30 minutes that I got to talk per session. It was the whiskey group. Yep. So I'm gonna start before I even dive into like, Carrie asked me to come and talk about a little bit about recruiting, a little bit just about, relighting that fire, which we all could use. Oh my God, we could all use that right now. So we're gonna go into that, but first I want to talk about my Scentsy journey, just because I feel like one, it's relatable. It's like super relatable. And I think that when you hear me speak, you're gonna be like, well, shit, if she can do it, I can freaking do it. Jesus, she's a mess. Like, she's a mess. If she can do it, I can do it. So I'm gonna tell you about my story just so you guys can be like, maybe have an aha moment, or just know me, feel like you know me a little bit better. So I'm gonna talk about that, and then we're gonna dive into some other things. So my name is Morgan Kiefer. For those of you that don't know me, I have been a Scentsy consultant. I just celebrated my second Scentiversary like 4 weeks ago, 3 or 4 weeks ago. So I've been a consultant for just a little bit over 2 years. I am the superstar director of Team Warriors. I want to say we have a team of, hold on, I write this stuff down every day. We have a team of almost 300. We're at 288 right now, as of today. And we just are steady growing, man, steady growing. So I have been a consultant for just a little bit over 2 years, and I'm going to tell you what has happened in that 2 years. So funny story. I actually hated direct sales. I was that person that was like anti-direct sales. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm even saying that. I was the person that literally was so against direct sales because I worked for one other direct sales. I hate this glare in my glasses. It's literally driving me freaking crazy. I need the ring light in here before I have a panic attack. I might just call my husband. You guys, he's going to get so mad at me, but I'm going to do it because I can't stand looking at this glare. It drives me absolutely nuts. He's going to be so mad at me. Watch. We're going to put him on speaker. Hold, please. I'm being so extra. I'm sorry. This literally, it's like my ADHD is looking at the glare on my glasses, and it's driving me crazy. He's going to be so mad. Today, he was like, I'll sell you. Oh, hey, babe. Hey.
What's up?
Can you bring me the ring light, pretty please? Love you. Okay, bye. Okay, hopefully you're gonna see him. He's gonna walk in here and be like, meh. He's like, I'll sell you the ring light for $25. I was like, we're married. You're not selling me shit. Bring that in this room right now. Because he uses the ring light for his business too. But anyway, some of you know him. Some of you know him. He spoke with me at World Tour. So, anyway, back to the story. Again, I have ADHD, so it might hop around a bit. Thanks, babe. I appreciate you. Thank you. There's some people from World Tour here that remember you. They're listening to us.
Hello.
Hello. Oh my God, thank you so much. And you were so nice about it. I thought you were going to like grill me a new ass. Okay, hold on, you guys. I'm sorry. I should have had this ready. Here we go. I'm a mess. Should have had this ready. But you guys are going to appreciate it once I turn it on. You're going to really appreciate it. Because then, and if you guys don't appreciate it, then I'm appreciate it because I'm sick of looking. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Here we go. Okay. Now I can see you. Oh my God, I'm sorry, Gary. You're probably like, you're supposed to be spitting fire into my team and you're setting up a ring light. Okay, here we go. Now I can focus. Oh, so much better, right? So much better. Okay, he was really nice about it. I thought he was going to grill me a new ass. Anyway, let's go back to the beginning. Back to the beginning. I hated direct sales. I hated it, you guys. I absolutely hated it. I told myself, because I did one. I did one, and it was the typical cliche direct sales experience. I joined, and I failed. I failed so hard, and I sucked at it, and I didn't know my team, and there was nothing. Like, it was so robotic and so salesy and so pushy, and I was like, this sucks. They're all the same. This sucks. I'm never doing another direct sales company again. Isn't that so funny? Here we are. It's my full-time job, and I freaking love it. At the top of the company in 2 years. That's how it started, right? So don't ever underestimate anybody, even those people that are like anti-MLM people. I was one of those people, you guys. So don't ever think that someone can't be really good at this, because I was the person that hated direct sales. But anywho, I was a fan of Scentsy for like a year. I used their products for like a year because I had my firstborn. I have two sons, for those of you that don't know. One is 18 months and one is 3. And so, hi, Victoria. Hi. Tagging your teammates. I love it. But anywho, when I became a new mom, I loved candles. And so I was like, new mom, can't really have babies and candles. So my consultant at the time introduced me to Scentsy products. So I used Scentsy products for like a year. So I was familiar with their products. I liked it. She tried to get me to join, like right when I first started using the products. And I was like, hell no, Linda. Nope. I know exactly how this is going to go. I'm going to join and it's going to suck and I'm going to fail and it's going to be so cliche, and it sucks that direct sales has that that stigma. Direct sales has that stigma, but Scentsy's here to break it. Scentsy's here to break that shit. Okay? So, anywho, I'm all over the place right now. I apologize. I'm so excited. I haven't even had a drink, you guys. I'm just like so hyped up. I haven't talked to anyone in like forever. So, I'm just so excited. Anywho, hated direct sales, used the products for like a year. My consultant tried to get me to join, and I was like, Linda, I'm not joining. Her name's not actually Linda. I just call everybody Linda. And I was like, nope, Linda, not joining. I'm not doing it. And so a year goes by, and then fate, as I like to call it, happened. And my husband, who you guys just saw, who brought me the ring light, he's a professional golfer. Okay, he's like no Tiger Woods. Okay, he doesn't make like billions of dollars. He's no Phil. Okay, but that's his job. He's a professional golfer. He hits golf balls for a living. Or so before the pandemic started. That's what he was doing until his season got canceled. But anywho, that's a whole nother story for another day. He was hitting golf balls for a living, traveling, making money. And I was living like the hashtag trophy wife lifestyle. I was like with our newborn baby, like, oh, this is so much fun. Like you're making all the money and I'm just traveling around with no job and just living the life. And we have no backup plan, which is so stupid. And so we had no backup plan. And guess what happened? He broke his hand. You can't really golf with a broken hand. And so I was like, And we had no backup plan. Zero. Nada. No savings. Ugh. We've learned from our lessons, okay? We fail forward in this family, okay? We fail forward. We learn from our lessons. But we had no savings, no backup plan. And he was the only source of income in our family. So when he broke his hand, when I say he broke his hand, like he was out for like 6 to 9 months. I was like, it's going to be fine. I'll just go back to work. Ugh. I was a server for like 10 years. I was like, I'll just go back to the bar and work like 60 to 80 hours a week on my feet. And cherry on top, we found out we were pregnant with our second son, which was a surprise because we weren't trying. And we were trying for a long time with our first one. So, that's how it goes, right, though? They say when you're not trying for a baby is when it's going to happen. It's true, Lindas. I'm here to tell you that shit is true. So if you ain't trying, but you don't want one, make sure that shit is protected, okay? Just telling you. But he's a blessing. Oh, my God, I'm so excited. I love him. His name is Dominic. Some of you probably know him now. But cherry on top, we found out we were pregnant with our second son. And I was like, it's going to be fine. So 60 to 80 hours a week on my feet working, pregnant, with a baby at home, and an injured husband at home. And then my dumbass, in the middle of the night, legit, it was like 11:37 at night. Don't ask me right. I remember. Okay? Don't ask me how I remember that time. I was pregnant as shit, laid in bed after working at the bar. And I was like, I'm going to join Scentsy. What? I don't know why or where the idea came from. But I was like, I'm going to join Scentsy. You know, it's around the holiday season. It was around this time like 2 years ago. I was like, maybe I can make a couple $100 off my friends and family, which I don't even have, just to get us through this period in our life of brokenness. Like, so broke. Like, just ridiculous broke. So broke, you guys. So that's why I joined Scentsy, was to make a couple $100 around the holiday season. Doo-doo-doo-doo. How funny is that? Okay. Dude, isn't that crazy? So I don't care why someone joined Scentsy, and I don't care if you tell someone you can join Scentsy for the discounts. You can join Scentsy to make a couple $100. Oh my God, just offer the opportunity, because you never know where it'll lead. Oh my gosh, you never know where it's gonna lead. So anywho, joined Cincy to make a couple $100. I'm working my booty off, pregnant. Everything's starting to look up finally. I want to say like 6 months goes by. Oh, sorry. Oh my God, I almost forgot about the most important part. So this is the most important part of the whole entire story, okay? And I almost forgot it. What is wrong with me? So the first night that I signed up for Cincy, I did what you all probably did, Lindas. You all probably did this because I don't know anyone who is sane that didn't do this, okay? You joined and you get overwhelmed as shit. You start looking at the sensational start and the shooting star and oh my God, the workstation. Don't even get me started on the workstation. So overwhelmed. Overwhelmed. And I did this in the middle of the night. And I was like, I fucking threw my phone. Sorry, I swear a lot. I threw my phone to the side and I was like, screw this. This is the dumbest decision I've ever made. What am I thinking? You do not have time. You do not have the energy. You don't have any friends or family members. You've already done this once. It's gonna happen again. You're gonna fail at it again. You're gonna suck at it again. I don't know what you were thinking. Those were my thoughts the minute I joined Cincy. Like right after I joined Cincy. Those were my thoughts. And then I caught myself thinking like that. And I was like, whoa, bish, whoa. Let's back it up and calm down for a second. Why can't you do this? Why can't you find the energy? Why can't you make time? Why can't you go meet people? Why can't you make this work? I noticed how I was talking about myself, which was very negative, very negative, very negative. And I decided to pump the brakes, think about it, and then change my attitude from then on out. And I was like, never again will I think about myself like this. I will not, because you are doing it. You are working 60 to 80 hours a week on your feet. You are supporting your family. How come you can't go do this and start your own business? How come you can't go and do that and be successful doing it? Why not? What, because you're tired? Because you don't know people? Because you don't want to find the energy and the time? I was like, you could do this if you set your mind to it. And so I took that mentality and I moved forward. And I did all the things, you guys. I hit Shooting Star. I hit Sensational Start Level 3. Whatever. Blah, 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 blah. Superstar Director in a little under 2 years. Yep. All because I started to change my attitude and how I think about myself. But also a lot of other things too. A lot of other things. So 6 months goes by. And I'm doing all the things and I'm making it work and it's just like naturally happening, right? Like I am just working. That's all I'm doing. I don't have a lot of time. I didn't have a lot of time, I should say. I didn't have a lot of time, so I was just being productive with the very small amount of time that I did have. When I say small amount of time, like I was working 80 hours a week on my feet and I was pregnant and I was exhausted and I had a terrible pregnancy. And I was like, okay, how can I make this work with the small amount of time that I do have? Well, everybody wakes up and everybody goes to bed at night, right? Unless you're dead, in which case you're not on this live with us and you aren't capable of working your business. But if you were alive, you go to bed and you wake up every single morning and every single night. So I did something very small every single morning and every single night in the very beginning of my business. And this is what made me so successful in the very beginning. I made a small list of things to do, sat down and did 30 minutes of just thinking before I went to bed. Like, what do I have to do tomorrow that I need to cross off my to-do list? A small to-do list, you guys, like 3 to 5 things. Like, do I need to reach out to this person? Do I need to book this party? Do I need to schedule these posts? 3 to 5 things, small list. And then I wake up in the morning 30 to 60 minutes early before work at the ass crack of dawn, and I would get that small to-do list done. That was the beginning. And just by doing that, I started seeing success. And I'm going to also go into this because it's going to kind of like unravel into the whole recruiting thing. I hate doing things alone. And I didn't have a lot of friends and family when I first joined, but I did have my mom and I had one friend. And as soon as I joined, and this, you guys, this is really important, even if you're new or if you are going to be recruiting people, which you all are, make sure you tell them and they understand that it's never too soon to recruit. And the idea with recruiting needs to be not scary. You need to shift your perspective on it. My perspective when I first joined was, I don't want to do this alone. I have no idea what I'm doing, and I want someone else by my side to have no idea what they're doing too. And so I grabbed my mom and I grabbed my one friend that I had, and I was like, listen, Linda's, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm scared of shit and I don't want to do this alone. Can you please come do this with me? And if you try it for a couple months and end up not liking it, that's fine. I totally understand. You don't have to keep doing it. And so that's what I did. And those were the two people that I used in my Sensational Start program to hit level 3. So it's never too soon to recruit, okay? Even if you think you don't know what you're doing and you shouldn't be recruiting people, lies, false. Recruit people out the door. And it doesn't even have to be recruiting, you guys. Just find someone that you can work together with. And then if they end up not liking it and they go down a different path, oh well. Oh my God. Sorry, you guys. It looked like there was crayon on my wall, but it's on my laptop. But anyway, sorry, squirrel. Squirrel. Sorry, I was like, why is there drawing on my walls? Anyway, focusing. Recruit right away. Grab your close friends or family and offer that opportunity because you don't want to do it alone. But 6 months go by and husband is starting to be better. He's going to start golfing again. And he's like, you know, you don't have to work Cincy if you don't want to anymore. Like, we're starting to be better with bills and stuff. Like, we're starting to get on our feet again. And I was like, I don't know. I kind of like Cincy. He's like, what do you mean? I thought you hated like direct sales companies. And I was like, no, I'm starting to like it for some reason. I'm not really sure why. I'm not sure where these feelings are coming from. But I really enjoy what I'm doing. And he's like, why? I'm like, I have no idea. I need to sit down and figure out why. Why I like this. And so I sat down and I started reflecting, which I should encourage all of you to start doing before the new year comes. It's going to come in like a few weeks. Reflecting is a huge tool. So I sat down and I reflected on the last 6 months, which was kind of like an instinct, a survival instinct. But then I sat down and I was like, obviously I'm feeling these feelings for some reason, right? Like I'm feeling them like, why is this bringing me joy? Why am I enjoy doing this? And I sat down and I was like, I think I know why. Me and my husband actually met through cheerleading. He was my base. I was the flyer. Typical cliche, like cheerleading love story, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And we used to coach cheerleading together. And I loved it. I loved coaching. You guys, that was my passion. Was coaching people and watching them accomplish goals and just huge victories. And I was doing that subconsciously through this job, y'all. I was doing it subconsciously. This Wednesday nights, my favorite night of the week, because this is what I love doing. I love talking to people and like inspiring them and helping them and just that. And then I told him, I was like, oh my God, I know why I love this job. He's like, why? I was like, because I had a huge hole in my heart that I didn't even realize existed for coaching in general, not just coaching cheerleading, but coaching, helping people, helping others, watch other people reach their full capability has always been my passion. And I was like, I told him that and he's like, that's amazing. Keep doing it. I was like, I am, bitch. I am going to keep doing it because this is what I love doing. I had absolutely no idea what I was doing when I got my first recruit, but we figured it out together. Yes, Allison, I love that. I always say together. You guys, things are so much easier together. I have a lot of people ask me all the time, how do you have such good interaction on your team? I'm like, because I started together. Everything we do is together. Oh my gosh. I was not the one to join and be like, no, this is how you do this. I want to be in control of everything. I was like, okay, Linda's, teach me your ways too. Let's learn together. Let's do this thing. Let's throw ideas around because when you collaborate and you work together, you grow together. That's literally how this industry works, but not just this industry, it's how life works too. When you work together and you throw ideas around together and you collaborate together and you do the thing together instead of by yourself, It makes sense. Of course, it's going to be easier when you work together. That's where I'm at. I just got my first recruit, and I've been with Scentsy for around 6 months, and I'm nervous that I'm not going to get everything to her that she needs. And Melissa, the best part is that you can be open and honest with her about that. You can tell her that. And that's a huge thing with this business too, is that you can be transparent and you can lean on each other, because when you're transparent and you're honest, like I had a girl that just joined my team and she's like, oh my God, someone already wants to join my team. I don't know what to do with that. And I'm like, take a breath. It's okay. First of all, you're all independent business owners, okay? So it's not our job to handhold them. They're going to have to teach themselves. But when you're open and you're honest and transparent with your feelings with them, they're going to respect that a lot more. Scentsy is just fun. Yes, it really is so much freaking fun. So much fun. And it is work, obviously, guys. It's definitely work. But it's fun work. Like, how cool is it that we can make our own business hours, that we can work hard and get freaking, like, not given, but we can earn incentives for working hard. How freaking cool is that? But hold on. Now I'm sidetracked. Sorry. You guys, when I read comments, I get so sidetracked. I love comments. I love answering them, though. So if you guys have any questions at any time or any kind of input, please don't be scared to put them in the comments. But anyway, that's my passion. That's my passion. This is my passion. Helping people. Helping people. I love it. And so when that became my new why, I really started flourishing. Because when you help others in this industry, it's going to naturally help yourself, obviously. Duh. When you help other people below you and you take other people's hands and you help them, it's not going to just help them, it's going to help you too in the process, which is awesome. It doesn't. It really doesn't. I agree 100%, Carrie. But let's go into recruiting. And it's not just recruiting. I hate like putting a topic on it because it's actually how I run my entire business. So you've probably listened to a ton of guest speakers or you've been to trainings and workshops, and they've said a lot of things like, probably like, oh, this is what you do for recruiting and this is how you get recruits. My training is a little bit different, and it's not really a training as much as it is, hold on, let me plug in my laptop. I didn't realize we're running low on battery. Hold on. Well, you're probably going to see my butt crack. Here we go. I really unprepared for this, sorry. Okay, here we go. Plugged in, ready to go. Okay. So my advice on recruiting is super different, and it can be applied to every single part of your business. So you'll hear like other leaders or other people say like, you need to be having 20 recruiting conversations a week. That's how you get more recruits. You guys, we're going to sit here and you're going to have your mind blown. If I'm going to tell you, I'm going to tell you, I'm not kidding. I have 2 to 5 tops. 2 to 5 recruiting conversations a month. But I have 2 to 5 recruits a month. So my recruiting conversations are with a purpose. Just like everything I do in my business is with a purpose. And it all goes back to knowing who you're talking to. That's what this business is, you guys. It's knowing your customer. And I know that's so simple, but it's so freaking true. I am not going to have the same robotic recruiting conversation with 40 people in a week and just pray that someone, I don't want to say falls for it, but someone bites at the opportunity. No. I changed my perspective on recruiting from the first time around with it. So the first direct sales, I'm really thankful, you guys, for the first bad experience with the direct sales company, because it taught me what not to do. It did. And there's tons of direct sales, companies out there that are doing the wrong thing, and we have a bad stigma because of it. And so I hated in that company how they have this many recruiting conversations, type exactly this when you talk to them. And I'm like, it's not working for me. It's not working for me. So I'm going to do my own thing. I'm going to do my own thing with this new company, Scentsy, and we're going to see how it goes. clearly it's going freaking well. And anything that I say, you guys, by the way, it might work for me, but it may not work for you. And if it doesn't work for you, that's totally okay. Just make sure to go out and educate yourselves and find something that does work for you. So recruiting for me is just like every other thing in this business, knowing my customer. I'm not going to offer someone a $99 kit who is broke as a joke. I'm not going to offer someone a $99 kit who's broke as a joke and is struggling to pay bills. I'm not going to do that. How ignorant does that sound of me? To just robotically reach out to someone that I know is or even if I don't know, and that's still on me for not knowing them, I'm not going to reach out to someone robotically and say, hey, I have this $99 kit available if you want it. Of course, and that's embarrassing for them too. By me not knowing that and then saying that, and then them having to turn around and either one, ignore it because they're embarrassed because they don't want to tell me that they can't afford $99, but two, how ignorant of me to not see that. And there are ways to see things like that. There are, just by being observant, to put them in that position where they even have to ignore me or respond to me and tell me that, hey, we can't afford that. So by knowing who I'm talking to, and this is an actual real life example that I've used a handful of times. I've had, literally, I signed someone up. One of my best customers I just signed up during the launch on, what was that, Monday? God, it feels like it's been a year since Monday. On Monday, last minute, I had a customer who's been a great customer of mine for a year, and I just saw her post a status right before the launch that said, I can't get a job where I can't work from home, and I have 2 children, and I don't know what to do because they have to be at home because of the pandemic. And she was legit really upset on the status, and I reached out to her very last minute because I was putting in a huge bulk order on Monday, and I was like, hey, I know this is really last minute, but I saw your status, and I don't normally offer free kits, but I saw that your husband lost your job. I saw that you're struggling with the kids to find work, and I know you already love our products. So if you want to join my team, I have a free kit, like right this minute before before this launch happens, if you want it. She was literally in tears, you guys. She was like in tears. She was so appreciative. She's like, I cannot tell you how much that means to me. I'm like, I get it. I've been there. I've been broke. It fucking sucks. It sucks. And I've only offered a free kit one other time to someone back in March with a similar situation, who was a good customer of mine, and she was a hairstylist and obviously was out of work. And I was like, hey, I'm sorry, I saw that you just lost your job, and I know that you're probably obviously not going to be able to afford Scentsy, but I do have this free kit. If you would like to join my team for free, and just try it out until we figure out what's going on with this pandemic, because I know and she was, again, appreciative. Or here's the opposite. Here's the complete opposite example. I got the customer Linda, who spends $300 a month with me. Linda is actually on my team. Her name's not actually Linda. Carrie, Carrie, you're gonna laugh when Carrie, I'm just gonna tell you who it is. Bridget was Linda. Okay, Bridget was customer B, who was spending $200-300 a month with me. And I was like, Bridget, excuse me, ma'am, you're spending $200 to $300 a month? You need to sign up at least just to save yourself some money, even if it's to put it back into more Scentsy. It makes sense for you to join. One, to save money, but two, I was like, you can see what's coming out. You can see all the sneak peeks. And she's like, ooh, I'm going to join just for that. I'm going to join so I can get the sneak peeks. And I was like, okay, Bridget, whatever. And so she joined, and I was like, she was. Bridget Glisson, I think that's how you say her last name. She literally joined Scentsy to see the sneak peeks and get the discounts and just put her, oh gosh, Anna, I'm so sorry. Oh goodness. Girl, I feel you. You go be with that baby. It's hard. Thank you for hanging out with us though. Thank you, seriously, for hanging out with us. You go take care of her. But anywho, Bridget joined my team for the sneak peeks. She was my second first gen director. How funny. I was like, as soon as she got her kit, I was like, just share some of the things. Just share a little bit here. I hate calling ourselves salespeople. We are shares people, not salespeople, shares people. And so she joined. And again, it was just knowing. It's knowing your customers, you guys. Knowing who you're talking to. Building those genuine relationships. Like genuine relationships, you guys. That is who gets to the top in this company. Knowing who you're talking to, not being a robot. We are not salespeople. We are shares people. We share the opportunity. Also, if you're someone that struggles with recruiting because you're nervous and you don't want to seem pushy and you don't want to seem salesy, change your perspective. Change your perspective. Change your perspective into what you are good at. So I'm good at helping people. That's what I love. Helping people is what I'm good at. And so I decided from that first experience with the direct sales where they were pushy and salesy, and that's why I sucked at recruiting with the first go round. And then I decided to do my own thing and change my own perspective with recruiting and make recruiting about helping people. For me, when I changed my mindset to let's help people. Let's help them by offering them discounts when they join. Let's help them because they've lost a job. Let's help them because, oh, this is one of my favorites. Let's help them because they're a stay-at-home mom and they're losing their freaking mind and they need another purpose besides being a mother. Oh my gosh. I have a director on my team who joined for that reason a little over a year ago, and she's already a director. She's like, I'm joining Scentsy for me because I have nothing for myself. And I was like, you go. That's my best friend that lives in Pennsylvania. But I see you guys laughing. Did I miss anything yet? Did I miss anything? Sorry. If I missed something, I'm sorry. But know who you're offering the opportunity to. And if recruiting terrifies you, change your perspective on recruiting. Change your perspective on recruiting to whatever is going to benefit you and help you. Like for me, it's helping people. As soon as I incorporated helping others into the recruiting conversation, by knowing who I'm talking to, my recruiting just went off the pages. Went off the freaking pages, you guys. I have minimum 2 recruits every single month. And when you're building your front line like that, you're going to naturally start seeing huge success. Huge success. Not to mention, it helps with incentives too. Oh my gosh. It helps so much with incentives. But what else do you guys want me to talk about? I feel like I need to open it to questions because I've been rambling for almost 40 minutes and I'm so sorry. I'm like a chatty Cathy. Whatever kind of questions you guys have, please let me know. And I know we're going into a weird time. I know we're in a weird time. And I was actually just telling my team the other day, New Year's is great, but I was like, I'm here to ruin your year. I was like, don't think that 2021 is going to be any different. And that's not a bad thing. Don't think that 2021, yes, question time. Go ahead and type out your questions. I know it's a little delayed on my end. So type out your questions and I'll just keep talking until I see them. Because I can sit here and talk all night. So I was just telling my team the other day on Tuesday nights is our team meetings. And I was like, don't think that 2021 is going to be any different. Not in the stance of it's still going to be hard. There's still going to be struggles. We're still going to be stuck at home. We're still going to be dealing with the pandemic. We still have a lot of recovering to do. But that does not mean that we can't be successful still. That doesn't mean that we can't be productive. That doesn't mean that we can't have a game plan. That doesn't mean that we can't reach whatever goal it is that we want to reach. I have a hard time getting sales right now and getting people to host parties. Melissa, I would sit here if we were on a coaching calls and ask you how you're going about doing that. So like, how are you reaching out? Now there is a funny story about the P word. I actually hate calling them parties. Hate it. I literally boycotted the word party in my business for a good 6 to 8 months. There was literally 6 to 8 month period where I didn't even call it party because I hated that word because everybody uses the P word. I think my biggest piece of advice, so I don't sit here and ramble for another 40 minutes about it. My biggest piece of advice is if something isn't working for you, try something new and keep trying something new until you find something that does work for you. But here's the beauty in that, though. The beauty and freaking stress in that. And this is with everything in this business, you guys. You're going to find something that does work and use it. Use the crap out of it until it doesn't work anymore. Because guess what? When you do find something that works, you're going to grow, but then your business is going to naturally plateau because you can't keep doing the same thing over and over and over again in this industry, in every single platform of this industry, whether it's recruiting, whether it's parties, whether it's orders, whatever it is. You cannot keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over again and expect different results. It is the definition, literal definition of insanity. You cannot do the same thing over and over and over again and expect different results. So when you do find something that works, use the crap out of it until it doesn't work anymore. But then guess what? You're going to have to go and find something else that does not, you're going to have to go out there and find something else that does work for you. This business is continuously changing. Continuously changing. So if I were to sit here and tell you how I did my parties over the last 2 years, I would probably have to sit here for 2 hours because my parties changed at least every 3 months. Because as soon as I started seeing a plateau, as soon as my numbers started dipping, I was like, something needs to change, something needs to change, something needs to change, because change means growth. Change means growth. So I started out doing Facebook parties. That's all that I thought that there was. And then I went into grab bag parties because my Facebook parties stopped working. So then I did grab bags. I started offering those. I called them grab bags. I stopped using the word party. And then people got sick of those. And so I started offering shopping links. I didn't even have parties. I just started offering shopping links and rewards links. And that worked great for 6 months. And I still do that, and I will always do that. Because if someone doesn't want to have any type of party, I guarantee you they want to have a rewards link or a shopping link. But then I was like, wow, well, this is really easy, and I'm bringing in a good amount of PRV. I should probably get back into some kind of parties because then my business would boom even more. And so then I went back to the Facebook parties. But instead of calling them parties, I called them scent socials. And I started doing things called scent social boxes. I'm telling you, I'm all over the place. My brain is always doing something new. This is my scent social box. This is what I currently do. And I've been doing for 2 months, and it's been going really good. I'm sure it's going to stop working one day. And it's got like, welcome to your scent social box. Post me all over social media. Share these sample packets and catalogs with your customers. So I know I probably just blew your guys' mind by showing you that box. Hold on. Let me catch up on here. Same. Where do you find most of your new ideas when you feel stuck? Oh my gosh, Victoria. Other consultants. That's a social box. It's not my idea. Girl, I am the most uncreative person ever, but I am so good at stealing shit. I will steal ideas, though, I will say, and put my own spin on it. So I saw someone do like a party box, and I was like, we calling it scent social box because that sounds way more cool than party because I hate the word party. So I'll see ideas from other consultants, and I'll put a twist on it, like a Morgan twist. I'll make it Morgan. So again, if you're not like looking at other consultants, if you're not following them, if you're not on YouTube, oh my gosh, there are so many Scentsy consultants out there, and you can learn so much from them. And not just take their ideas, but you can take their ideas and you can intertwine with let's see. I am lucky to get 3 parties a month. Melissa, that's really good, girl. 3 parties a month is hella good. But most of your parties don't get any sales. So maybe, Melissa, let's take a step back and figure out why those sales aren't coming from the parties. And maybe it's the way they're being ran, and make a change, make a shift, try a new type of party until you find one that works. Actually, one of my 2021 goals, literally, if I pulled up my list, like my what do you call them, resolutions for 2021, is excuse me, I want to get into the 30-minute Facebook Live parties. I know it scares the crap out of me, but it's something I really want to do. And then I want to focus on host coaching, which is like, it's going to be a paper format. So this is like kind of a form of host coaching. If you guys don't know what host coaching is, it's a game changer. I just started it in my business and it is a game changer. Like I haven't had one party under 2 to 500 PRV now since I started this. Host coaching is like telling your host what to freaking do. Like right when we get this box, it says the first thing you want to do with your Send Social box is share your excitement. Make sure to post a photo of your box on all of your social media platforms. And then it's got pro tips in here. The more you interact, like, comment, and tag your friends and family on posts, the more engagement you're going to have. The second thing you're going to do is invite people and talk about it and share this and just helping them and giving them the best tips to having the most, successful party. Host coaching, and that's something I just got involved in. Host coaching is a game changer. If you don't know what that is, go on UBTube. And I think even in our workstation, I'm bad at my workstation, but I think even in the workstation, there's some like tips on how to be a better consultant with host coaching. What do you recommend doing with your team that has seemed to have lost interest? Oh, I love this question, Megan. I say bye, Linda's. Bye. If you don't want to work, I'll find someone that does. That's why I'm always recruiting people, you guys. So the reason too, from the beginning, why I have always believed in recruiting continuously and not forgetting about that, and that has been the main focus of my business, is because at one point in your lives, if you're not new, or even if you are new, you're going to deal with losing the excitement of being a new consultant. And it usually happens right after your Sensational Start program. Like, okay, I've been a consultant now, I'm not in my startup program. You're going to lose kind of that like excitement and that new ideas and that freshness and just the excited energy. That's why I try to recruit at least 2 new people so that I keep new blood on my team to keep that excitement. So that is, and I tell people that too, like, hey, look, you're new. We love you and we want to learn from you and we want to feed off your excited energy. So I'm a firm believer in always continuously bringing new blood into the team and making them feel welcome. That's really important too. I have even offered a gift card for top 50 PRV of the month of $50, and it really hasn't sparked their interest. So everyone's team is a little bit different, Megan. So some of my directors, they were offering things like that and their team didn't really seem to care. So I told her to go focus on herself more and find other people, that maybe will be peppy and excited to interact and stuff like that. But the biggest thing I told her is don't be wasting your money and your time and your energy on your team if they're not giving it back to you. Like, go and find other people. Go and find out, and they're not going to get butthurt. And then, hey, sometimes, as soon as I told one of my directors to do that, I was like, stop offering the gift card. Stop offering all of this stuff to them if they're not working for it. As soon as she stopped doing that, they started interacting more. I was like, well, there you go. What did you do for grab bags? Oh my gosh. Okay. Let me see if I can find an old one. I don't have the one put together, but I'll kind of show you. So a grab bag, this is old, you guys. I don't do these. I haven't done this in a while. Maybe I'll get back to doing it. But in the grab bags, this is really old. This is just like a bag from 5 and Below. It's got like the little, it's just like a little girly bag. I would put the testers and catalogs in here. That's literally all it was. Testers and catalog, and then I would have like a return label. So and then I think I put an image in there that was like, carry me around to your work. See, that's the thing though, like with the pandemic, people are like working from home, so grab bags are a little bit harder right now. Maybe that is why I stopped. Again, we've been in a pandemic for almost a freaking year. So, and that's actually when I did stop doing my grab bag stopped working, now that I'm thinking about it. Probably because people were at home, because grab bags were more of a, put this in your purse and share it with you. Share it with your coworkers, share it with your friends, share it with your neighbors and your family. But now we can't freaking share stuff because of COVID. So that was my grab bag, which I'm sure I'll go back to doing that eventually one day. But currently I can't do that. I'm all about that. Already have ideas for that box you're showing us. Yes, the boxes have been great. And the thing with the boxes is there are little goodie bags. So it's not like the testers where you have to like open and smell everything. It's like, oh, I can put this in my neighbor's, mailbox, or I can hand it to my whoever I'm talking to or friends with. And then they get to keep it versus like all of us putting our noses in everything. So that's really been a huge help through COVID, is those Scent Social boxes. They are, forewarning, a lot of work, but definitely worth it. I have tried rewards and doesn't seem to help. I don't know what to do. I want so bad to move up, and I've always seemed to have problems getting parties, and also it took... Okay, first of all, Melissa, 6 months to get your first recruit isn't bad at all. I don't know if you guys know Chelsea Otto. I think it took Chelsea Otto, if I'm not mistaken, and I can say this because we're friends. I think it took Chelsea like a year. I think it took her like a year to get her first recruit. So do not feel bad at all that it took you 6 months to get your first recruit. That's not bad. Sounds to me, Melissa, like you might be comparing yourself. Don't even get me started on that conversation. Stay in your own lane, Lindas. Stay in your own lane. If there's one thing you take from this, the number one way to kill your business is by comparing yourself. Okay? Not just your business, but kill yourself. So I used to run track. Okay, sorry, I'm going to catch up to the other. I just want to make, before I move on to the other comments, I really want to make an emphasis on this. I used to run track. Okay, and this is a silly metaphor, but it's not, because it really is true. I used to be a sprinter in track, and I used to, if I was in head of the pack, I would look back to see how close someone was behind me. And my coach from across the field would scream her ever-loving mind off at me. She would get livid, y'all. She would make me do so much conditioning whenever I looked back into my lane. And the reason being is because it cuts seconds, literal seconds, off your time when you look back in track, in your lane. When you look back, it literally cuts seconds off of your time. And so when you compare yourself, now we're going to life metaphor, okay? When you look and see at Linda, killing it. She's bringing in 2 recruits a month. She's earning every incentive. She's doing all the things. And then you look at your business and you're like, why am I not doing this? Why am I not doing that? Why? By putting your time and energy into looking over at Linda, who's killing it, in your opinion, because in my opinion, and I'm going to give you my opinion, everyone can kill it, and everyone moves at their own pace, and it doesn't matter if you get 1 recruit a year or if you get 10 recruits a month. Okay, we all move at our own pace. We all move at our own pace, and there is no wrong pace in this business as long as you are working and working on yourself. So, but when you do look at other people and you put your energy into other people, and you start, every time you look at them, you guys, you're taking a small piece of yourself and your confidence away. So please, if there's anything you take from this, please understand to love yourself, love where you're at, love your pace. If your pace is slower than Linda over there, that's okay. I literally work with consultants who have not had a recruit in almost 2 years, but they still show up to every meeting. They still do a great job with their PRV. They just move slower, and that's totally okay. And that's okay with me too. I'm like, if you want to move slow, that's cool. If you want to move fast, we'll move fast. Whatever you want to do. Host coaching. Yes, host coaching is huge. Megan is our queen. Is Megan like a really good at host coaching? If so, Megan, I gotta learn from you, because I love. Oh, I'm so glad that you guys preach hostess coaching. Yay! I literally just learned this in my business, so woohoo! I'd love to hear from more of you guys about host coaching eventually one day, maybe. Maybe one of you can come talk on my team page about host coaching, because my team needs to get better at host coaching. I do hostess coaching, and it rocks. Works for me every time. Yes! Well, there you go, guys. There you go. That's a great solution. Do you only send that box to your host? Yes. So I send this box to my host, and I tell the hostess, I know that not everyone is local to you, Linda. So if you have someone that is not local to you and they need samples, let me know. Everyone does this different. But I have, you'll see this basket back here. I don't have as many as I usually do because I just had a bunch of parties. But if someone needs samples and they are not local to the host, I have these ready to go. Literally ready to go. And so if someone needs samples from the party that is not local to the host and cannot get a goodie bag, I have one ready to ship to them. And inside is everything you would think would be. Wax samples, catalog, a join thing, the warmer of the month flyer, a bath soak sample. So, yep. So these are ready to go. And QR codes are life. I just got into QR codes, you guys, too. QR codes are life. Oh, that's probably why. COVID sucks. Yes, COVID does suck. COVID freaking sucks. But you know what? I'm really appreciative of COVID, too. I'm not gonna lie. I've become a really good, better person, a stronger person because of COVID, even though kind of almost made me an alcoholic there for a little bit. It's cool. It's definitely made me stronger. You are an amazing neighbor, and you have helped me so much. You introduced me to an awesome product, and I'm so honored to be with. Oh, maybe that's so sweet. It took me 9 months. Never compare. Will drive you batshit crazy. It really does. It will drive you batshit crazy. Don't stop moving forward. Yep, preach it. Everyone's definition of killing it should vary too. I agree, Jess. I agree. Celebrate every small victory, you guys. Every small victory. I literally will cheer just as hard for someone that hit like incentive level 6 for someone that like booked their first party. I don't care. Like every small victory deserves to be celebrated hardcore, especially in this industry. Would love to work with you. Yes, please, Megan. It sounds like I'm gonna have to contact you after this, and I might have you come guest speak on my team page. It won't let me get back in the live video. Oh no. Megan is the best at it. Oh, you guys are just bragging on Megan's host coaching. I'm super excited. I was in marching band in high school. If we didn't always have our heads up and looking in front of us, we literally had to run laps. Always, always, always look in front of you, never behind. Yes, Katie, you get it. Katie gets it. In your opinion, what do you think is the best way to promote, to get it out there? You mean like just, honestly, biggest piece of advice with that, Melissa, and that's a great question. People feed off your energy. People feed off your energy. So when you are super excited about, you know, sharing what you love and sharing that with people, they're going to be excited and they're going to love it too. They're going to feed off your energy. If you're negative, if your energy is negative, their energy will tend to be negative. You attract what you put out into this world. What you put out into this world is what you will receive. Keep that in mind always. But also just a generic rule, and I talked about this at World Tour. Very quick generic rule. I can usually tell by going to someone's profile, their Facebook profile, I can tell in exactly 30 seconds if they're usually like rock star Scentsy consultants or if they are not and they struggle. And that is by going through their profile, and I will scroll through for approximately 30 seconds. And if the first 10 to 15 posts, I can't even tell you're a Scentsy consultant, there needs to be a shift. There needs to be a change. So rule of thumb, if you have something and you are trying to grow your business, you're going to want to start incorporating personal branding into your business, especially because we're 1099 employees. It's our business. It's our business, and it's our job to incorporate our lives into our business. And attraction marketing is a huge, it goes hand in hand. If you don't know what attraction marketing is too, look that up. It's going to be huge. The personal branding is a huge thing too. And that's what I talked about at World Tour. Personal branding is huge. You want people not to just know what you're sharing and what your the product is that you're selling, but you want them to know who you are too. People are going to be way more likely to support you when they know who you are. So can I tell when I'm going to someone's Facebook Facebook profile, if I'm scrolling through their Facebook, can I tell who they are? Or is it just a bunch of shared viral videos, a bunch of shared funny memes? Is it a bunch of political rants? Is it a bunch of all of the stuff that's not them? So and if you guys aren't friends with me on Facebook, feel free to add me on Facebook because I'm not bragging on myself, but I like to think that I do a pretty decent job with the personal branding. Like when people go to my profile and they scroll through my profile, they know who I am instantly. Even if they don't really know who I am, they can tell who I am just off of 30 to 60 seconds from scrolling through my personal Facebook profile. They know that I sell Scentsy, for one, and they know that I love my family. They know that I'm a mom. They know that I'm funny and I'm easygoing and I love books and I love whiskey. They know who I am just by scrolling through my profile. Remember that if you are on Facebook, that is a platform to sell your product. So you want to make sure that you're sharing it as most effectively as you can. And looking into personal branding and attraction marketing is going to literally. How many samples do you usually put in goodie bags? How many wax? Jessica, my piece of advice with that is do what you can. Because when I started this business out, I was broke as a joke. So I couldn't really afford to make a lot of samples. But I did. If there's one thing you can invest in this company, whether you are broke or not, is the Scent of the Month kit. Oh my gosh, you guys, find a way to invest into the Scent of the Month kit because that is an easy way to sample. So in the beginning, all I did for sampling was the Scent of the Month. That's literally all I could afford because I was so broke. So, and that cost a stamp to send out, you guys. That cost a stamp to send out when you have felt samples that are super thin. Literally a stamp. So Jessica, just to keep that answer short, do what you can afford and what you think is financially smart for you. Obviously, now that I'm making money, like if I sat here and tell you how many samples are in that thing, a lot of you would probably cringe, especially if you're new, because you're like, I can't do all that. I'm brand new. And I'm don't do all that if you're brand new. You don't need to do all that if you're brand new. I'm making really nice paychecks now, so I can afford to do that. And I don't know, Carrie, off the top of my head, what's that like rule? You're supposed to put like 10% of your paycheck back into your business. I do a lot more than that because I want my business to grow and take care of my customers really well. But long answer short, do what you can afford. If a handwritten thank you note and one felt sample is all you can afford and you want to put a bunch of scented stickers on the outside, they're going to appreciate that because guess what? Every other direct sales company, they suck. They suck. I have literally purchased from so many consultants from other direct sales companies and I have never once gotten thanked. Not even through messages or an email, you guys. So when you're sending out thank yous in the mail, even if it's a handwritten note, the time and the appreciation that you're showing your customer to do something like that, it's going to get you so far. You don't have to do super glamorous things like send social boxes to get to where I am. Keep in mind, I've been doing this for 2 years and I've been working my booty off for 2 years and I was broke as a joke 2 years ago. But you can get there. You can. You just got to be creative and work with what you got. Girl, I am so freaking bored, Carrie. That's probably one of the biggest reasons why I was drinking so much because I'm so bored. What kind of coaching specifically do you do? I encourage them to post, advertise, and get excited and let them know that the more interaction leads. Yes, basically, Jess, that is what I do too. And again, I've only been doing host coaching for like 4 months, but it's gone amazing. Sure, absolutely, Jess. Also, I don't know if you guys have heard of like JoJo's. She's got like a JoJo's mock Facebook party. Man, talk about host coaching. She's who I'm going to be basing my 2021 host coaching stuff off of. Branding is really so much fun, you guys. Branding is so much freaking fun. So much. Girl, come creep on my page and tell me. Jess, you're so funny. I've been working on my branding for a few weeks now. And that's another I'm so glad that you said that, Dana, because branding does take a while. It's not going to happen overnight, okay? Branding takes a while. It's going to take at least a couple months. Am I right? See, a lot of people know me for TikTok too. It does take time to build a brand. So you gotta be patient. Just like it takes time to build a business. But I put all of it back. Don't use... Yes, oh my god, you guys. Do not use family money on Scentsy. Even Orville preaches that to us, you guys. Carrie. Oh my god. Oh my God, I'm gonna do that right now, just so you have it. Oh my God, how are you not? Oh, none of you guys are on that. It's literally what I am basing my 2020. So this is what it looks like, and you guys, there's like 8,000 people. I will literally. Oh shit! I'm gonna share it in the comments right now so that you guys have it. Share. Hold on. Copy link. How do I do this? I'm gonna share. So she's got like this fancy way to have parties, and she's got like pamphlets that she sends out. Look at that personal branding. Ah, so I looked at it like a year ago, and then I got overwhelmed and ran away from it. So I'm gonna be going back to it, and it's my goal for 2021 to incorporate this into my parties with the host coaching and the packets, and just being really personal branding and like on top of things. Um, Crap. You know what? I'm gonna invite you, Carrie. And then, Carrie, I'll let you. Well, what the heck? Oh, there we go. Okay. Carrie, I just invited you. And then you can invite whoever. Oh, here we go. Wait, crap. Oh my God, you guys. You think that I would know how to run a freaking. What the heck is going on? I'm going to try to share it in the comments. Let's see how I may or may not do it. Invite. Let's see. Bap, bap, bap. Copy link. Copy link. Okay, here. I'm going to do it. Here we go. What is this group's name? What is your group called? Oh, right here. Scented Luxe. I love that name. Okay, cool. Here we go. Let's see if it works. Boom. Did it work? Posting. I'm sharing the group. I've never done this before. Oh, it worked. Ah! Yay! Okay, cool. It worked. So that, you guys, oh my God, it's a game changer. But if you're like me, if you go and look at that Facebook group and you get really overwhelmed, it's totally okay. Totally okay. But yeah, do you guys have anything else? Victoria, totally okay. Thank you for hanging out with us. I appreciate it. And you feel free to add me on Facebook, you guys, to see how I do my personal branding. But yeah, if you get overwhelmed by JoJo, totally did too. Totally did too. But ever since Carrie invited us to watch this Joanna Luna video, I've been obsessed. Oh, is that the same girl, Jess? I think it is. I think it is. Yeah. It's very overwhelming for someone if you get overwhelmed easy like me. It's very overwhelming, but it's really good stuff, you guys. You are so very welcome. Thank you for having me, Carrie. It's been so much fun hanging out with you. Love you all. And add me on Facebook if you want to reach out. I don't bite. I'm so grateful for you. This is filling up my cup. This is what I love doing. I love hanging out with people and just chatting. I'm approved for. Oh, yay. Awesome, Libby. Great. And again, it's okay if you get overwhelmed by that, because it is a very overwhelming. You are so welcome, you guys. I've had so much fun hanging out with you. Hopefully we can all hang out in person one day after COVID. And maybe I'll speak again at freaking World Tour. That was so much fun. Ugh, I miss those days. Anywho, I'm going to hop off here. You are so very welcome. So welcome. And I'll talk to you guys later. Yeah, add me on friend. If you ever want to reach out and ask me questions, feel free to reach out. I kind of suck at getting back to people right away, but I promise you I always do. I always do. So you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening, wonderful holiday, and a wonderful rest of your year. And I can't wait to watch you guys grow and flourish.